My perfect summer travel itinerary. Basically, if I had a foreign friend coming to Iceland for the very first time, they would say to me, hey Dan, you can plan my entire stay in Iceland. It's all up to you, but just make sure it's unforgettable. And this would be my recommendation. Now with this itinerary, you're experiencing the very best that Iceland has to offer in just 4 days. Day 1, your arrival day in Iceland. Like we talked about before, your flight lands at Keflavik International Airport. And if you're flying in from the US, you're most likely landing at either 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. There you have to pick up your bags, get through customs, and then drive to the city where you'll check into your accommodation. And like we talked about before, highly recommend staying in the central Reykjavik area. And your first activity here in Iceland will be the Reykjavik Food Walk. It's the food tour that we here at Wake Up Reykjavik host. It's the perfect first day activity to get such a great feel for Iceland, its culture, and its amazing food. Now the Reykjavik Food Walk is the highest rated tour in Iceland on TripAdvisor. And on this tour, you'll meet a fun local guide, explore the city, visit all these amazing local restaurants and hidden gems to enjoy incredible Icelandic food. And this tour is packed with food, so there's no need to grab any breakfast or anything like that before the tour. You just show up hungry and ready for an awesome experience. On this tour, you'll hear fun stories about Iceland and learn practical tips that you can use throughout your stay. And this is why this is the perfect activity to kick off your trip here in Iceland. And our first tour of the day starts at 10:30. We have a departure happening almost every single hour from 10:30 to 5. So you can check our availability and pretty much just book the tour that suits you best. But I would definitely recommend booking it with as much notice as possible because our food tour, more often than not, does get fully booked in advance. And this is especially true during our summer months. Now, after the Reykjavik Food Walk, you're nice and full, want to digest and relax a bit. And the perfect next activity for your first day here in Reykjavik is the Sky Lagoon. It's a very new lagoon, just opened here a couple years ago in 2021. And the beauty about it is that it's so close to the central Reykjavik area. It's only about 15 minutes driving. So whether you have a rental car or just take a quick taxi ride, it's super close, super relaxing, very beautiful, and especially if you get the Pure Pass. And they have a nice sauna, some cold tubs, some warm tubs. So no better way to relax in a food coma than in a geothermally heated lagoon. Now I would estimate the time in the lagoon from start to finish to be about 2 to 3 hours. So when you're wrapping up there and returning to Reykjavik, you're most likely getting hungry again. So you want to head back to the city to grab some dinner. Now we here at Wake Up Reykjavik, we host the Reykjavik Food Walk every single day. So we consider ourselves to be professional foodies. So if you need any recommendations on where to go or where not to go in regards to dinner, don't hesitate to send us an email. I'll link to it here as well, info@wakeupreykjavik.com, and I'd be more than happy to help out with some awesome dinner recommendations. Now since this is your arrival day and you've had a packed day of the food tour, Sky Lagoon dinner, you'll most likely be a bit tired. So at this time of the day, I would either recommend walking about, exploring the downtown Reykjavik a bit, or simply heading back to your hotel to rest up, recharge your batteries for day number 2. Now on your second day, you'll be doing the South Coast Small Group Day Tour, which is perfect since it starts from the Reykjavik area, the pickup most likely very close to your accommodation since you're staying centrally. And from there, you'll drive the south coast of Iceland, stopping at all of the highlight sightseeing spots along the way. Now this is going to be so much fun since you'll be seeing amazing waterfalls, the black sand beach, the small coastal town of Vik, where you can also grab lunch. So it'll be a full day of fun and sightseeing, and you're gonna love it. Now the South Coast has a lot of sightseeing, so the tour itself is about 9 to 10 hours in total. And you'll most likely be arriving back to the city somewhere between 6 and 7 p.m. Now when you arrive back to the city, you'll most likely want to head back to your hotel, get changed, get freshed up a bit, and then head out to grab something to eat. Now you will be heading out to eat at an awesome local restaurant because we've already talked via email and I've given you some awesome local recommendations. Now after dinner, you do have a few options to choose from. If you're tired, you can simply head back to your hotel. If you're in the mood to explore, you can walk around the downtown area. It'll be very lively and very bright since you're visiting during summer. Or what I would recommend is hitting up an awesome rooftop cocktail lounge called Petersen Svitan, where you can sit outside, in the midnight sun and enjoy an awesome cocktail. Now, after a few drinks at the cocktail lounge, you're nice and tipsy, you're in a great mood, you'll head back to your hotel. No need to grab a taxi since you're centrally located and it'll be short by. And it also won't be hard to find either because it'll be bright outside. Now this brings us on to day number 3, or as I like to call it, your local day in Reykjavik. It doesn't have a strict schedule on what to do, but instead I'm gonna recommend a few awesome activities that I would enjoy doing. You can simply puzzle together what you're most interested in doing on your local day. Now here you'll find my list of activities that you can do on your local day. You can check out Hallgrímskirkja, the big church here in the downtown Reykjavik area. It's possible to go inside, take an elevator to the top, and if it's a nice clear day, you can get one of the best views of the city. You can go swimming like the locals. You can visit Sundhöll Reykjavíkur, which is one of the oldest swimming pools in Iceland. There you can have a swim, check out the hot tubs, the sauna. It's a very nice, relaxing thing to do and super local as well. Now, if you're traveling with kids, I have 2 family-friendly activities to recommend. First one being Húsdýra- og fjölskyldugarðurinn. There you can see and sometimes even pet some of the Icelandic farm animals and also hop on some of their fun rides that they have. It's about 10 minutes driving from the central area. If you don't want to go all the way over there, you can also visit the Reykjavik pond and feed the ducks. Now, going to the Reykjavik pond and feeding the ducks is a super local thing to do. Most Icelanders growing up, including myself, would go there all the time with a big loaf of bread to break it up and feed to the ducks and the swans. It's a lot of fun and kids love it. You can also go out on a puffin or a whale watching tour. But these activities can be perfect on your local day since they do depart from the downtown area, the old harbor, and they only take a few hours. And we also have loads of museums to check out in Reykjavik, whether it's the Settlers Museum or the National Museum for some rich Icelandic history. And then we also have the Penis Museum. Now I just know some of you will really enjoy that. Now if you're a beer lover and would like to try out some amazing Icelandic craft beers, then I highly recommend checking out Kaldi Bar, located in the central downtown Reykjavik area. Now beer has only been legal here in Iceland for about 35 years. It was legalized in 1989. Since then, we've been crazy about beer, and today, I believe we make some of the best beers in the world. Kaldi Bar is from Kaldi Brewery, the first ever microbrewery here in Iceland, founded in 2006. They make some amazing beers. Now, if you enjoy escape rooms, then there's one close by called Reykjavik Escape. They have plenty of rooms to choose from, and it's a lot of fun as well. So if you enjoyed that in other countries, you want to try that here in Reykjavik Escape. Now, if you're like me and you enjoy coffee and you want to head to a cozy little coffee house in the central downtown Reykjavik area, there are plenty of good ones to choose from. My favorite is located right next to our office, and it's called Kaffi Brennslan. There you can get a nice chocolate croissant, cappuccino, has some board games there as well. Very cozy if you want to relax and grab a nice cup of coffee. Hopefully with these recommended activities, you're able to puzzle together the perfect local day to enjoy on your 3rd day here in Iceland. That brings us on to our 4th and final day. And since you're visiting when it's warm, bright, and basically the perfect conditions for some awesome sightseeing, we're gonna end it with a brilliant small group sightseeing tour. And for this day, you can choose between exploring the Golden Circle of Iceland or the Snæfellsnes Peninsula. Both of these tours are absolutely amazing, so I have no doubt you would have an amazing time with whichever tour you choose. But in short, the Golden Circle, a classic sightseeing driving route here in Iceland, where you'll explore waterfalls, the erupting geyser, Þingvellir National Park. You'll visit Friðheimar Tomato Farm. It's a beautiful tour. It's a beautiful tour. It's a full day of sightseeing, and it's a very popular driving route for a reason. And it's also possible to do another variation of this tour, which is the Golden Circle and Secret Lagoon combo tour. You'll visit all of the sightseeing spots of the Golden Circle, but you'll end the day at a very nice, relaxing, natural hot spring called Secret Lagoon. And then the other option, the Snæfellsnes Peninsula small group tour. The Golden Circle and the South Coast tour that we talked about earlier, beautiful sightseeing routes. They're quite common when it comes to sightseeing. The Snæfellsnes area is a little less common, a little less touristy, which makes it, in my opinion, a little bit more unique. It's filled with amazing sightseeing spots such as Snæfellsnes Jökull, Kirkjufell, Black Beach at Djúpalóns Sandur. Try saying that 5 times. And then the tour will also include lunch at a horse farm. So it's a very special, unique tour. It's a full day of sightseeing and it's awesome as well. And like I said, you can't go wrong either the Golden Circle or the Snæfellsnes. You'll have a great time with whichever tour you choose. Now with all these tours, whether it's the food tour, South Coast, Golden Circle or Snæfellsnes, they're all amazing. They all have great reviews. They're all small group experiences. And on our website, wakeupreykjavik.com, you can see more info about these tours, but also the availability and booking calendar if you want to book your tickets. And on our website, you'll find the lowest price for each and every one of these tours. But since you're watching this video, you can also use the promo code SUMMER, which will give you a discount of all these tours that we've talked about, but we also have some other amazing activities to choose from, which you'll find at wakeupreykjavik.com as well. And the promo code SUMMER will work on them also.